All right, 8 o'clock time for Shot or No Shot, brought to you by ESPN Bet, now live in Illinois. Sign up today. New users get $100 in bonus bets with any sportsbook bet. We say good morning to Shea Winger Norling. You know that's his middle name,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Because his dad used to date Deborah Winger.
That's not the reason.
You can say it all you want. It's just a wish that my dad may have once had.
There you go.
There you go.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Dion, always a pleasure to have you in. How are we
thrilled to be
feeling
here.
on a Friday?
Awesome.
Great. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. It's great.
Rock and roll. Let's go.
All right, we'll get right into Shot or No Shot, Cap. I know you feel strongly about this first one. The Cubs recalled Pete Crow-Armstrong after a red-hot 7-game stretch in Iowa where he hit .387 with an OPS over 1,200.
Yeah,
Three
he's
home
done.
runs,
He's done in the minors now. He will be here.
7 RBIs. The Cubs need a spark in their offense after going 10-17 so far in May. One more game to play today. Falling to third place in the division behind the Cardinals. They're 5.5 back from the Brewers, half game back from St. Louis. The PCA went 0 for 2 yesterday in Milwaukee and was removed from the game from Seiya Suzuki. But shot or no shot, it is time for PCA to be the everyday center fielder on the Chicago Cubs.
Shot.
Yeah.
Shot. Play Cody over at first a lot. DH. Michael Busch doesn't start every day then. And PCA, let's go.
Yeah, it's a shot. Council said he still has to earn that playing time in center field, but I think that is the plan now.
Yes.
And hopefully he can be a spark at the plate for them offensively. I mean, 3 home runs yesterday. Yeah, that's something. They hope it's something if they can follow it up with more. He didn't have a great day at the plate, but he has the right attitude and he understands his role and what he's doing there. And he, even when he went back to Iowa, he embraced it. He knew what he needed to work on to get better, and now he gets another opportunity, and he's just drinking it all in and trying to make the right steps. But he's there to play defense. Like, that's what he's there for. So yes, shot.
Fix your freaking bullpen, Jed. Let's
please.
go. Jeez.
It's bad. Oh, Kyle Hendricks. I just almost want to
He's a great dude.
He's
It's
such
just
a
not
good
working.
guy. It's not working.
And then they've blown 11 saves. It's May 31st. If you gave them half of those,
Right.
if you gave them, let's call it 5.
5.
They're 28. They would go to 33 and 24. They'd be 9 games over 500.
Right. Fix the bullpen.
Crap ass bullpen. Shea.
Well, I want to ask about Kyle Hendricks. He's had 2 appearances out of the bullpen since the move to the bullpen. Against the Braves, 2 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. And against the Brewers, 3 2/3, 2 hits, 3 runs, a home run, and a walk. It has not been much prettier out of the pen than it was as a starter. Cap, shot or no shot? It's the DFA is coming.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're going to do with him. I know they would like him to be able to get his 10 years of service time so he's fully vested on his pension. Look, there's not going to be any tag days for him.
Doesn't he get that in like 7 days or something? It's very
soon.
close.
It's very soon.
I think it's a little longer than that. I'll look it up, but
I want to say no shot just because I don't want it to happen.
he doesn't want to go out and not give his team a chance to win either.
He doesn't.
He doesn't. So what they do, I don't know. Does he go back on the injured? I don't know.
I don't either.
But eventually, it's coming to an end. That's it.
You don't think that he can figure out? Like, we're so impatient. You don't think he'll figure it out? Like, he'll adjust and he'll get some command back and
that he will figure it out. I hope, but I don't know.
I know.
He's great.
It's hard.
in the
Can you tell?
room.
Can you tell? Like, I like him so much. He's the longest tenured Cub. He's been there. He's the only one left standing.
I don't think he goes and pitches anywhere else.
I don't either.
I think he retires.
Yes, I do too.
If they can't get it done, I think he retires.
Hendricks' 10-year date is July 2nd, apparently.
Okay.
Okay, so he's got about a month.
A month. I think that they also feel the way about him the way we do.
Does he accrue time on the IL?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So just IL him. Give him another injury. Say we're going to throw you on the IL till you hit 10 years, and then we're going to move on. But this is just where we're at.
Yeah, I think you'll see him get a few more opportunities out of the pen.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they're going to, I mean, it's been, what, a week? I think
Correct.
we need to give it a little bit more time.
That's what they will do. But they
Yeah.
will pick soft landing spots. He went into a 0-0 game the other day?
No.
1-0, I think.
Was it 1-0?
When did
Against
he-
the Braves, it was 1-0. Was it 0-0
No, it was-
against the Brewers?
No, because when he was in there, they had got to 10.
Justin
That
Steele.
home run was,
yeah.
was
Dion's
10.
right.
Yeah, it made it 10 something.
That was, yep.
That was the second appearance, but his other
No,
appearance,
yeah, the one against the Braves, it was a 1-0 game late.
Yes,
I think it
he
was the
gave up
8th inning.
two.
and he
Two
gave up
earned.
2.
Yep.
Yeah.
So give
It
it a
was-
little
it
more
was-
time. But
I don't know
yeah,
what
the
the
end
score
is
was in that
in
one.
sight. And he's a good person, man.
I mean, how
Really good.
patient can you be with a guy? Like, it's not like he's got overpowering stuff and he's just figuring out what to do with it.
I think they already have been patient with him.
Right, that's my point, is like, you can't just keep rolling him out there. You could put him in blow-up spots, like mop-up work, where you just need to get out of a game.
That's kind of, I mean, preserve the rest of the bullpen. I mean, that's what I think he did on Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
The days run together.
They do.
But that's what he did. Is he was there to make sure they had more bullpen arms for yesterday, for the finale. Because Shota didn't have his stuff, so
No, and that was due to happen. Nobody's going to be perfect every time. Shay.
I kind of wanted him to be.
Yeah, me too.
All right, PFF ranked all 32 teams in the NFL by roster earlier this week. The Bears came in at number 20. That was third in the division. The Lions were 6th. Packers were 13th. Vikings were 21st, I think. PFF said the Bears are a team with an ascending defense and loaded receiving room, but they are also a team with a new play caller, rookie quarterback, and this was interesting. Bottom 5 units on both trenches, both sides of the ball, the lines that the PFF does not think are good. Shot or no shot, this is a fair ranking of the Bears roster.
Shot. That's fair. They have a couple pieces on both sides of the ball, but that's where they need help is up front. I mean, they need another edge rusher. We talked about that.
Yep.
They need a true center. I don't know Ryan Bates. I don't know. But at this moment, that's who they're going with. I don't feel good about that. We hope Tevin Jenkins can stay healthy. We hope Darnell Wright is back at practice today and putting in the time in the offseason and making strides. Braxton Jones,
Is Nate Davis going to be there?
he's not an OTA guy. That's what I hear.
What does that mean? I pay you
know.
$30 million.
don't
You have a
know.
crap year.
I don't know what it means. Don't yell at me. I just am saying that's what I heard.
I get fired up.
I know.
I don't want to hear, I'm not an OTA guy. And he's obviously not an OTA guy. And that's bull.
It is
Almost said it.
caca. Yeah, no, it is. It's horrible. You're a veteran. Like, I get it. You can not be. What DJ say last week? Like, Keenan's like a vet. Like, he doesn't have to be here, whatever. But I think that Nate Davis has more to prove here. Now, he was going through stuff last year. I understand that. I do have some empathy for that. But now this is a new year, and there's new energy around there, and he should be there.
Right.
So I say that's fair. I think that's a fair assessment. We get all excited about like the icing on the cake, but the cake isn't there yet. You know what I'm saying?
We need the ingredients.
Yes.
I've still
Look at
got to
us.
run
Look at
out
our
to the
analogies.
grocery store.
Look at
Honey,
us.
can you get some more vanilla extract for me,
I
please?
ran out of eggs.
Yes.
Yes.
And get milk and cream for the coffee in the morning. Yeah. Shay.
It was always my hesitancy with going wide receiver with the pick. I was on the record. I wanted an edge rusher. I felt like you were building a beautiful roof and nice windows for a house where the siding is falling apart.
You
icing, but no
had to-
cake.
I told you had to take a receiver. You had to. You see what the prices are? What guys are getting? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle just got almost $30 million a year.
That's
28.
outrageous. Yeah.
Okay, so that probably means you're not going to re-sign Keenan Allen unless he's taking a team-friendly deal. Mm-hmm. DJ Moore's going to get paid $30 million a year. You better have a backup plan, and that's Roma Dunze on a 5-year rookie deal. That was a no-brainer pick.
Edge rushers get paid too.
They do. I think I can deal with my secondary edge rusher being like Ngakoue. I have Montez Sweat already locked up. Yeah. Take that, Shay. Go ahead.
All right, a column in the Tribune this week said the budding Jerry Reinsdorf and Pedro Grifol bromance is one for the books. This came after Grifol made some local headlines this week commenting on Jerry's desire to win. It was very odd. You don't typically see this, where the manager goes out into the public eye and capes for the owner. It doesn't happen a ton, but it happened this week with Grifol and Jerry Reinsdorf. Shot or no shot? Grifol's bromance with Jerry is the reason he isn't fired.
That has to be the reason. It was fascinating. Grifol was asked about if they talked about the team, and he said no. Now, how can that actually be?
But what would you talk about? Hey, Pedro, why do we suck? Because we have a bad roster, and I'm not real good at my job either, but nobody could win with this roster. What do you talk about? What do you talk about? Seriously.
Well, that's a great question. What else is there to talk about?
Dinner. Let's go to dinner. Let's talk about life.
Fill our time talking about what?
Not the baseball team. Jerry is as culpable as Pedro is in the failures of this team.
I would agree with you on that.
Look, let me give you my synopsis of Jerry. I think Jerry is a really good person. I think Jerry is very loyal to the people that work for him, which is an admirable quality. The state of the Chicago White Sox falls at his feet. Did Rick and Kenny make mistakes? Sure. Every executive does. Jerry deciding to bring Tony out and cutting Rick's legs out from under him was a wrong decision. I don't care how many games they won Tony's first year back, 93.
Right.
I don't care. Yet the process, you let a guy tear your team apart, rebuild it, and then when he's about to put the chef in there to make take all the ingredients, you cut his legs out from under him.
Yep.
He looked like at a hostage press conference.
Yes.
You're going to say this. And they got a gun up the set. Yes, this falls at Jerry's feet. They have effed this thing up beyond recognition, and that's his fault. And I think if he's truly being honest, Jerry would admit that. For as good as Brooks and his team do at marketing the best of their ability of what they've got, and the campfire milkshakes and all of that, the fun zone for the kids, cool experience.
Right.
The on-field product blows.
It's awful.
And
it's
that
awful.
falls at Jerry's feet for what they've done.
So don't sit there and tell me that Jerry wants to win so badly. Show me. I don't see that.
Correct. If you truly want to win, you would have exhausted every option to talk before you hired Chris Getz.
He laughed into the microphone. Was like, we're not going to go after Shohei. I mean, laughed at his fan base for thinking that they would even have a seat at the table for someone like that.
And Shohei's at one extreme.
Of course, I understand that. But at the same time, don't make like a mockery of like.
Agreed.
And then sign Andrew Benintendi.
Agreed.
To do nothing.
Agreed. It's so effed up right now on the baseball side of things. They're literally going to go down maybe with the worst record in the history of the sport.
I agreed. And it's very fractured. It's a very weird feeling around the
What have
group.
they lost? 7 in a row?
Yeah, 7
They
in a row.
lost all 7 games on their homestand. It was the first time ever.
Ozzie went, that's never happened? Yeah.
That's
I would
never
fire
happened.
Pedro's ass today.
Yeah, they made changes, though, yesterday. They're doing things about it. They optioned Brian Ramos.
Why?
I have no idea.
I just would play him.
How is that going to be you're doing something about it? Well, you still have Martin Maldonado here with new glasses to hit below 100. And Benintendi, useless. And Andrew Vaughn, useless. Like, how you're doing something about it by firing one of the young guys back to AAA? The young guy's the only hope this team has.
Correct. You're right. You're right, Shay.
Yeah, it's truly embarrassing how bad this thing has gotten. I would fire the manager 100%. I would beg Ozzie to take the job and go, we'll get you more talent, but can we just make us watchable, please?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if he'd take it, but it's embarrassing how awful it's become. So, Shay, one more.
Last
Sneak
one,
another
quickly.
one in.
This is just interesting. It came through yesterday. Big news in sports. NCAA and Power 5 conferences reached a settlement that will allow schools to pay players. Schools will be allowed to set aside up to $21 million to pay their athletes. It's a pseudo salary cap that they said will be able to change going forward, and they could implement as soon as the fall semester in 2025. So now that schools are going to be in control of paying their players, can we fix the effing transfer portal? Shot or no shot? Student athletes need to sign multi-year contracts with their schools.
Shot. I like that because the transfer portal it frustrates me that so many people that they're just so quick to say it's not going the way I want it, or I'm not making enough money here, I'm going to go chase it somewhere else. That annoys me. So what is signing day? What is making this big announcement about where you're going to college? What does it even mean?
Okay.
People used to say that about coaches, and now it's athletes who are doing it.
Okay, but I'll push back on you. So my kid, I had a son go play college football. He decides he wants to play for that coach.
Yeah.
And to say, well, I don't care who the coach is, I'm just going there for the school. That's BS. That coach is the linchpin to why you pick a certain school. If that coach leaves, you should have the right to leave. What if you're a quarterback that runs a spread system and now they bring in a totally different type of offense that doesn't suit you? You're stuck because you signed a multi-year deal, but the coach can leave? Nonsense.
Okay, I'll agree with you on that.
And your scholarship, by the way, is not a 4-year scholarship. Scholarships, read the letter of intent, they're renewable year by year.
Yep.
Jay Moore had a son play at Wyoming. If after 1 year they fired the coach and the guy said, I'm not renewing Jay Moore's son's scholarship, there ain't anything he can do about it.
It's always been one-sided, and I'm glad that the players are finally getting some of the pot that's going on right now.
Agreed. But now it's gone too far the other way where it's
that's on the
basically a
NCAA.
professional system.
That's on the
But that's the
NCAA.
arrogance of the NCAA for allowing this.
Correct.
They should never have been so one-sided one way that now it's tipped completely out of
the
control.
other way. I agreed with you. I agree with you on that. It's outrageous. They've lost all control over
Correct.
what it's going to look like.
Correct.
Right? And now they're trying to reel it back in and
That's why Nick Saban
not
is
working.
out. He said his wife said
it's
to
too
him,
much.
No, all these mothers that she would meet with all the mothers
Yeah.
at their home. They'd have a big breakfast. All the recruits are in. And all the mothers said, she said, we'd like to develop the character and this. And how much are you paying us? That's all they want to know. Short-term thought, and I get it. A lot of them need the money to what it could do for their son years down the road. They don't think about that.
No.
Are these schools going to need to hire GMs now, too? Because ADs have their hands in too many pots, and coaches, I don't think, are prepared for what this is about to look like. I think schools are going to need to hire GMs.
Yeah, you're right.
Or something that looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard because you're
bad.
you're recruiting your own kids all the time.
All the time.
Nonstop.
Yep. 312-332-3776. We'll go around the NFL.